Today we're going to build a backing track using the pattern sequencer in MODX 2.0. It's very simple to do. I'm going to walk you step by step through a very simple backing track with two different scenes. One that has a main rhythm track to it, and then another which just stops and gives you a nice ending. And away we go. We started out with using a single sound, something that takes up only one part. So it's easier to work with when we go into the pattern sequencer. And we want to start to load our parts. I have my lead part. And I'm going to be using that to solo. Have that. It doesn't matter where you put it. But we want to add some other instruments here. I like to add my bass next. I'm looking for single parts, so I have the attribute on single. And let's see if we can find something. Yeah, I like this one, cabinet. It's a little punchy. Let's look for electric. Small cabinet. That's a good one. And so we're going to enter. We got our small cabinet. ARP is on, which is good. Next, I want to do a single pad. And let's do like a saw pad. Nice little pad to fill out the sound. We'll enter that. We got our saw pad. And let's see, how about we got to do some drums. And we'll do drums percussion. I really like this Real Drums kit. It's the first one that comes up. And it's got simple beats, which I like. And we'll enter that. Our ARP's run. Let's turn our ARP on over here. And we have to work on our tempo. We're going to do 144, which is the sound of the original. And before I do anything, I'm going to store this. Overwrite current performance, store. And what that does is put all those parts in there. So when I go back, see all the drums and the small cabinet, the pad. So we got our bass, we got our pad, we got our drums, and we got our lead. I'm going to do my 8 length. We got quantized to the 16th note, which is good. You want to have to the closest 16th note when you quantize. Our time signature 4/4. We have length of 8. That's how long the pattern is going to be. I've already looked into that and made sure I counted and I practiced. And let's look at the ARP. So here's our ARP. It's just a pop rock. And so let's see. That one's good. Enter. Enter. Let's look at the pad. Edit. We got our arpeggio, individual. We got this one going on. Let's hear. So that's a little busy. I'm going to take that category search and look for dream tracks. Let's see. We don't want pumping, trill, pitch effects. Let's see what we got here. Gate, wobble, ambient. How about ambient? Ambient 3. Yeah, nice. Enter that. So we're going to have ambient for our ARP 1. And then for the bass is a little busy. And so because we got funk on there, and I think I want to do something a little more rock. So for subcategory rock, pop rock. And let's see what we got here. 8 basic beat.
go ahead and jam that subscribe button right now. It'd be such a nice thing to do. Show your support for the Synths and Guitars channel. Go ahead, I'll give you a second to do that if you haven't done so already. If you already are a subscriber, thank you so much. I have a lot more synthesizer, sound design, FM synthesis, and lessons coming your way. And it's free. Now let's get back to that lesson.
That'll do. So we'll enter that. So we got our ARPs all figured out for the backing track. Now, one thing I feel is that the pad is a little loud. So for part 3, let's just slower. Now you hear how that, when you lift off, it comes off. And what I want to do is, that's with the drums, edit that ARP. So when you come into arpeggio, so when you're in the drum part, hit the drum part, edit. When you get into the arpeggio, see that hold? You want to hit on for that. That way you get, the drums will stay on. And you get more realistic sound. And then we're getting there. So we're going to enter that. We're going to go into hit record. Our lead sound is still on pause, on mute, and notice how the drums now has changed. The ARP symbol is now a orangish, and it says ARP hold on. Okay. Now we're ready to do this. We got our length of 8, tempo set. Our pattern is unlinked. We got a new pattern, and I think we're ready to do this for scene 1. Let's do this. Okay, so that was one pass. Let's hear what it sounds. I'm going to store this and save that. And now I have pattern 4 here. So now it's linked to the All for Lena demo. And if I hit play, go back to the beginning, now I have a pattern there that's linked to that demo. And now I'm going to put my keyboard control on for synth lead. Okay, so what's happening now is when I want to play my lead, say I want to play my lead, can't do that. It turns all the ARPs on. So what I want to do is take these off and just unmute the lead, and now I have my lead sound. Let's go back to the beginning. We have our scene 1. And what we want to do is do another scene where we just have the crash and it all stops. And so what I've done is I've just turned on the drums, and we're going to go through and just go. all we needed. And then that one will do that. Scene 2. Go back to the beginning. We want overdub. Let's try overdubbing the bass. Got the bass chosen. Okay. Now let's overdub the pad. And there we got it. And that's our scene 2. Okay, so we got our scene 2. I'm going to store this so we don't lose anything. Overwrite. And so let's go back to the line 1. Now you got a nice ending for your backing track.